And welcome everybody to Monday Night Street Stock Series here in the Magic Manzo Street Stocks. But I guess before we get even into the race or anything along these lines, Jamie, somebody's having a birthday today.
Sure looks like it. Uh, Original Rebels Racing League has turned 1 years old. I was really surprised to hear that because it doesn't. I don't remember when I first saw the Facebook post from Matt Geis about the Xfinity League, and I came over and got into it and brought you over into it. But man, the league sure seemed like it was very well established at that point in time. So to hear that this is just the first birthday is really kind of surprising. It's a testament to how far Matt Geis has brought this league in such a short period of time.
Man, Jamie, you're always the real professional one. I would say just the opposite is they do act like toddlers over there, so it doesn't surprise me whatsoever that they're so young because they act, some of them really honestly act like babies. So it doesn't surprise me one bit. But happy birthday to everybody in the original Rebels Racing League. I would I will go back and say I would agree with Jamie. What a hell of a league to be a part of. Glad you were able to locate him when we got over here, and just had a lot of great racing through all the different series they have in their sister series as well. From Thunderstruck to, they've got a late night series going on now. They run super lates, Toro modifieds, Xfinity, Cup, trucks. I mean, you name it. And then of course, when Magic, Mike Uribe and Phil the Hitman Manzo get together, they throw together some crazy stuff like street stocks and getting ready to move over to Legends. So happy birthday to everybody in the original Rebels Racing League.
Except to Brandon Wallace, who's already trying to jinx Sam Wetstein by not talking about the front row jinx or bringing out late cautions. Not talking about it is still the same as talking about it. And Sam's not starting on the outside or on the front row tonight. He's actually looks like he's going to be starting sixth if everything stays the same. So maybe this will break the curse, and Sam can pull off a win here tonight since he's not on the front row.
Yeah, I don't know why that troublemaker Brandon Wallace is always coming around, but well, we'll just let him be him. I think he's one of
Well,
the toddlers I was talking about before.
did you see the post he made today about the podcast?
I did not
His
know.
his recap of the podcast.
No.
It was pretty funny, and he was bashing a lot of people, and I, as much flack as you give him, I can't believe he left you out.
Oh, I got left. Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
he had an opportunity to really take some shots, and he kind of
Uh,
failed.
hey, sometimes in the heat of battle, you gotta, you really gotta pick those battles well, and he knows he can't stand toe to toe with me, so I don't blame him. So Brandon, I mean, keep sitting behind your keyboard doing what you do, brother. We love you. All right, so moving on. Uh, but I'm gonna pay for that one right there. I guarantee it. But we're
He says we'll be in the next review.
great. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. All right, as qualifying is wrapping up, we do have the Rebels Birthday Bash 75 here this evening from New Smyrna Speedway. So 75 laps here tonight. Little half-mile track down in Florida. Me personally, never ran on it. Don't know a whole lot about it. Been watching practice. It really looks like a cool little track, Jamie.
It does. It does. Got a little banking. Kind of same shape as Martinsville, but I imagine it's going to be a little bit faster than what you would see at a place like Martinsville with this banking. I've never ran on this track, so this is my first time seeing it, but looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely does. And with that, we'll head off to tonight's starting grid. Garrett Kinder in that number 13 Reaper Racing entry is going to take the pole here this evening with a lap time of 19.771. So congratulations to Garrett on winning the pole here this evening. Starting to his outside is going to be Andrew Kurtz in the number 18. Starting in third is Josh the Jet Oswald from Full Send Racing. And starting to his outside, starting fourth is Tyler Rice from Oval Addicts in that number 6. Starting in fifth is going to be Dave Jones in the number 10 Salty Dogs Goat Locker affiliated car. Starting in sixth is going to be Sam Wetstein from Extreme Motorsports. Starting in seventh, Is Lanford Nation out in chat tonight, Jamie?
I've not seen or heard much from Lanford Nation. And if they're out here, they're being awful quiet for right now. So hopefully they'll get sparked up here in just a little bit. They're probably waiting for this green flag to fall.
Well, he is going to start this evening in that number 25 car in 7th position. Starting in 8th, it's going to be Kyle Roberts in that number 35 entry. Starting ninth is Cody Bame in that 78. Starting a little further down in the field than we normally see him, but I'm sure we'll see him work his way up through the field. And starting in 10th is going to be Judd Bassett in that 04, Jamie.
All right, starting 11th, the number 41, Ray Page is outside. Starting 12th, number 44, Phil Hitman Manzo. Starting 13th, the number 9 of Mike Vaith. Starting 14th, number 68, Keith Lichtenwalner. Starting 15th, the 111 of Gene Watkinson. Starting 16th, the number 39, Mikey Keller. Starting 17th, the number 426 of Todd Schott. Starting 18th, number 55, Charlie Gates. Starting 19th, the number 8 of Matt Nighties. And rounding out the field in 20th starting position, number 38, Jamie Tweed.
As we're seeing here in the beginning, I don't know if Garrett Kinder had to serve some sort of a penalty or what, but gives up that first place starting position, and now Josh Jed Oswald's going to control this field coming to the green flag. Not sure if you heard anything on race comps about that, but Garrett Kinder drops to the back.
Well, I saw that he gave himself an EOL. Not sure what it's about.
Okay.
Maybe he just wants to make it hard on himself tonight.
And the green flag is out. Josh the Jet Oswald is out to a great start here this evening. As Andrew Kurtz and looks now like Davy Jones are going to be the two that are going to be battling out here for second position. Oh, and it really, yep, as a couple cars were getting in there, it looks like Davy Jones is around. And we'll have to go back and take a look here.
Oh, Lanford is down on the infield along with Ray Page.
So we'll see if we can't catch it. Oh, a couple cars there all tore up. And it looked like it started with Davy Jones, but I can trying to go back and see what exactly happened with him here. It's a tough break, and we'll try to rewind it here. So if everybody's a little patient with me. I know nobody likes seeing cars go backwards here, but we'll try to get down to the root of what happened here. As we're backing up the field.
We do have our first Lanford Nation sighting, thanks to LSRT8.
As Davy Jones
11 SRT8
gets down into the corner, I don't believe he knew that the 25 car of Colton Lanford was underneath him. Those two cars get together, and as they did, they were up front in front of everybody, and a few other cars pile in there. Tough break there. But most of the cars look like they didn't take a whole lot of damage here, so should be able to get back underway. We'll head back up here. So little fireworks to start the birthday bash. I know that each race this week is going to be celebrating the first year of the original Rebels Racing League, so we get to kick off birthday week, Jamie.
Oh, that's awesome. Glad we got to do it. Let's see, well, Wednesday night series is finished up, so we don't have that. I guess the next, well, tomorrow night they got the late nights, but we're not involved in that one.
Right.
They got the late night cup series. So then after that, I'm guessing the next race for the league will be Xfinity on Friday night, correct?
I would think so. I don't know that they, I don't know what's going on Thursday nights in the Rebels League. But
I don't think there's anything. I think Thunderstruck runs the super late models.
That's right. And both of those series have wrapped up for the season. So yeah, I think besides the late night Cup series tomorrow night, the next race will be the Xfinity playoff race from Darlington Speedway. Of course, powered by Goat Locker Racing.
And then following that will be the Magic Manzo ARCA series Friday night.
That's right. So pace car is headed off, and Josh the Jet Oswald immediately takes off here. And we're back underway. 6 laps completed in tonight's Birthday Bash 75. A lot of side-by-side action back through the field right now. As the Jet is kind of checked out a little bit, we will go back and caution is back out as it looked like a couple cars have crashed. So we'll go back and see if we can't take a look. And it looks like Colton Lanford has crashed yet again. Oh, as he gets a good jump on the restart there. got some cars 3 wide in the back, and the 39 and 68 get together, and that just collects up a few more cars here.
Mm,
So,
That's a tough start to the race for Colton Lanford.
yeah.
I wasn't too concerned for the first incident that he got into because we've seen him work his way up through the field multiple times during races, but getting involved twice early might be a common issue for him, but we'll see. And Jonah Colbert has reminded me about the open wheel series that's now running on Wednesdays.
Well, I think technically that thing runs on Thursdays, as late a start as they get.
Wow, that's true too. Was it start on Wednesday, ends on Thursday?
I think it does. I think the race time starts at like 10:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a late
Wow.
one.
Yeah. And
But
yes, Jonah, I knew that was you.
but I can understand that from Jonah to keep some of these East Coast guys out of there. He doesn't want me showing up and whooping his butt in some open wheel cars. I get it. I'm just throwing jabs all night long. I'm gonna see if any of them land.
Yeah. Well, I don't want nothing to do with open wheel cars, so you can have at that.
They can be fun. I've had a lot of fun in
Uh,
them. Won a championship in them. They can be a lot of fun, but they are a whole different animal. That is for sure. As we take a look at the Colton Lanford entry here for Lanford Nation, I mean, the car still looks like it's all in one piece. I don't think he took really any damage there. And these guys in these street stocks, if you take the look at the front of his street stock, it almost looks like a Dodge Challenger. And he's got Mopar on the back and everything like that, so he's got like the Challenger headlights on the front of it.
yeah. Yeah. Some of these guys, I'm not sure where they're getting these, extra little things to add on here, but like we got the Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, they can do some cool things with these little street stock cars.
They sure can. As we commented before, Josh Oswald, running his Cadillac, and there's a couple other people that I now see have those Cadillac grills. So, yeah, these guys can do some interesting things with these street stocks. I mean, these Camaros are kind of a blank slate, and you can make them look like you want to.
Sure, absolutely. And this is amazing how you just change the shape of, a headlight
Mm-hmm.
or something, and it completely changes the look of the car.
Yeah, I know. That is kind of crazy.
And, yes, Jonah, I can't wait for you to be up in the booth with me tomorrow. Pat will be chilling at. Where are you going?
Great Wolf
Great
Lodge.
Flag. Great Wolf Lodge. Yeah, that's it. Ooh,
Green flag is out.
with a big run to the outside.
Yeah, Tyler Rice did not get the greatest start there. Kind of backs up.
Oh.
Ooh, Cody Bain gets a little loose coming out of the
Yeah.
corner.
He holds on to it though.
As he is working his way up through the field pretty quickly here, from his ninth starting position now all the way up into second position. So
Yeah.
he wasted no time getting up.
That's kind of crazy. He's made up 7 spots, and we've had about 2 green flag laps, and the caution is back out again.
As Mickey Keller has crashed. We'll go back and take a look here, and it's way back in the field. Well, he blinks out, and then the next thing I can see is he is getting pile drived into the wall by the 11. So I'm thinking, and then he gets stuck in the wall as well. So I'm thinking that was a internet issue there, and he blinked out. And when he blinked back in, the other car just had no idea where he was at.
Been a lot of that going on recently. A lot of the netcode issues.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes, and there's probably been 1 or 2 races that I've had to where somebody said, "Hey, you blink," and you really don't want to give up position. I mean, the competitor and you says, "No, I got to keep racing. I can see the track." So it's tough sometimes for these guys, but when you got a big blink like that, then you just pop back up. Sometimes there's nothing that your competitors can do but run you over.
Right. We've 15 laps into this 75 lap race at this point. Really need these guys to settle down, and let's get some green flag racing in. Nobody wants to just watch them pace around the pace car.
No, we sure don't. And these street stocks have put on a lot of great races. Again, it's a little bit of a developmental series. And some of these guys that come out here are a little bit lower in the I rating, don't get a chance to get out there and run a lot of official stuff. So, they come in here, and some of the inexperience does show up from time to time. But a lot of times, man, these street stocks really put on a great show. Definitely have their fair share of cautions, but we go to a lot of short tracks on this series, so a little bit to be expected. I wish I had some cool version of like a happy birthday song I could sing for the crowd this evening, but I just don't have anything. I know there was some discussions beforehand that I was going to sing. I believe somebody almost volunteered me for that one, Jamie.
Well, I was trying to make that suggestion. I was hoping that would stick. Uh, Phil seemed to be on board with it.
Well, the night is young. We'll see if I can warm up the golden pipes a little bit and sing everybody a tune. And for everybody out there in broadcast land, my wife hates when I sing, and she's the one that supposedly loves me the most. So y'all are going to be in for one hell of a treat. And the pace car is off, and we're getting ready to get back underway. Josh Dead Oswald is in control of this race. It looks like the 04 is trying to peek down underneath Tyler Rice. And they're going to send it 3 wide down into turn 1. And Cody Bames to the outside of the 17 right now. A lot of action going on through the field here. As the 17 and 78 are still side by side. Jet gets a good run off the bottom, is able to clear him. And we are back under caution. Garrett Kinder has crashed this time. Go back and take a look at what happened back in the pack. Okay, back. Oh gosh, we're seeing a couple cars here that are. Let's go back and take a look here as Garrett Kinder is up on the outside. As he cuts back down, the 9 of Alex Faith is sliding across the track, catches the hitman, and the hitman comes up and gets Garrett Kinder, but Garrett's able to keep that car pointed straight. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of damage to it. Does put us back under caution.
If I was Tyler Rice, I'd probably be a little bit upset with that last restart with the 04 car. He was pretty much lining up to the right side of his left rear quarter, or to the left side of his left rear quarter panel before that green flag even came out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no bueno. Stay in line. We don't do that kind of stuff here.
No, I mean,
It's not.
you definitely want to get all you can get.
Yep.
No.
I get that, but he was tucked up underneath that up underneath that 6 car.
Yep.
Before we ever even started. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Stay in line. There's a lot of ways. I mean, sportsmanship goes a long ways. It goes a long ways when you're out there on the track and you're racing each other. And I think that's the reason we have a lot of great races on Sundays, on Thursdays, and even on Fridays. Is guys don't push the issue. They don't run each other over. Nobody's trying to stick a nose in on lap 1. And I mean, a perfect example of that was Sunday night. I got my truck all sorts of crossed up, and thanks to you and a couple other guys that checked up and didn't try to pile drive through, it didn't finish me off, and everybody else, it didn't cause a big accident. So those are the things you really got to think of when you're out here on the track. I mean, is it worth it? And most of the time, the answer is no.
Yeah, well, and tonight's a prime example. We haven't ran 3 consecutive laps green yet, but yet we're going to be pushing the issue like that on restarts. That just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Let's let this thing get settled in and let's actually race. Because when going 3 wide on a restart, when we've had nothing but cautions to this point, not a smart racing move.
No, not whatsoever. But we are a third of the way done here this evening, so the laps will continue to tick by. But for some of these guys, I mean, we need to get some great flag laps in here, and be able to work up through the field here. But these short 2-3 lap sprints aren't going to do anybody any good.
And you know what? And if you're faster than that guy, it's going to show up on the track.
Yep.
You don't have to do silly stuff to try to gain a position. If you're faster, it will show up. And if you're not faster, that's going to show up too.
Oh, and the pace car is off, and the Jet again immediately launches, clears the 78 car of Cody Boom, and sends it down into turn 1. And it looks again like Cody is going to try to get up there and put some pressure on the Jet. But the Jet is definitely. Ooh, we got a car around in the back, and Cody Boehm has sent it down into the corner here. Gets loose coming off. The Jet's going to have a good run off the top side, clears him again, and back out to the lead.
Tell you, Cody Boehm is wheeling that car big time. That's and then Sam Wittstein is loose.
Yeah, we are back under caution. We'll go back and take a look at what happened to Sam back there. We caught it a little bit late here, so let's see if we can see exactly what happened here. As he comes down into the corner here, he's got the 04 to his outside. He starts to drift up the track just a little bit, and as he does, you can see him start to counter steer here a little bit, and that car just comes around on him. So I think a little bit shallow of an entry and trying to power that car up on. Just was a bad combination there, and Tyler Rice gets into the side of him and finishes him off there. Tough break for Sam.
So have you been watching any of the Olympics?
I have not.
I haven't really either. But yesterday I happened to catch the ending of, I don't know what event in women's cycling it was. I know there's probably several different types that they do. They were just pedaling their bikes, so that's all I really know about it. And it took them like almost 4 hours to complete. So
damn,
that's a pretty long time to be pedaling your bike. But the woman that won it was from Austria.
Mm-hmm.
And when she won it, she was up on the rest of the field by about, I think it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds when she came across the line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, I saw it from, there was like 9 kilometers left in the race when I started watching it, so it really wasn't too long. I think probably about 15 minutes or so was about all that was left. And I noticed that when it got towards the last probably 2 kilometers, she was kind of starting to peek back and look, and I think she was trying to see how close people were to her. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if she was that surprised that there wasn't anybody close or not, but she goes on, she finishes the race, she's the winner. She gets off her bike and she's crashed out on the ground and all this stuff. Well, here a couple minutes later, there was a breakaway from the pack, and this other woman who was a part of the Dutch team, they were favored to win. She breaks away, she's going, she ends up getting a silver.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, here's the kicker, she thought she won the race.
Oh, man.
They had lost sight when this Austrian woman had broke free from the pack. Mm-hmm. Some time further back in the race. Mm-hmm. They lost sight of her, and obviously she was 2.5 minutes ahead. So she thought she won the race.
Oh, wow.
It was incredible.
Wow.
And it just got me thinking, it really got me thinking, can you imagine getting your ass kicked so bad that you thought you were the winner?
No. I guess I can't. All right. We're getting back to racing here. 33 laps complete in the Rebels Birthday Bash 75. Doesn't look like the Jet gets a real good start here as Cody Boehm is now pulled to his outside and a little bit of mixing it up back through the field as well. But the Jet is now moved back to second place. And Cody Boehm's, oh my goodness, the 04 tries to send it down in there. Man, some aggressive moves here.
He's going to lose his spot. He's going to lose the spot to the 18 of Andrew Kurtz.
As we continue to watch up front here as the Jet is trying to oh, the 04 is around.
04 goes around.
Down to the infield, out of harm's. Oh, and Cody Boehm blinks out there as the Jet is underneath him. Cody Bame
Mm.
gets real loose coming out of the corner, and the two leaders get together.
Yeah, they are really going at it hard right now. Nice, hard racing, door to door. See, that's fun to watch when guys can pull it off.
Oh no, absolutely! As these two guys are
Oh,
battling it out,
Andrew Kurtz is going to get in the middle of this.
he sure is. As the Jet is now clear, and so now Andrew Kurtz is going to send it in there under the 78 and see what he can do. Oh, Cody is not giving up. He is still powering that car up, trying to get back underneath the Jet here. The Jet kind of leaves the bottom open a little bit there. Man, Cody Bame, every time he tries to power that car coming up out of the corners, it wants to step out on him.
Yes, he has really struggled there and there he goes again. Big loose off the wall, but he keeps it going.
He is struggling with corner exit here tonight at New Smyrna Raceway. Oh my goodness!
He's going this time.
He got loose, and it looked like Andrew Kurtz might have finished him off there a little bit. But we'll go back and take a look.
Yeah, take a look at that. I'm not sure I saw much contact. He was loose, and I think he just one too many times. He couldn't save it that time.
We'll take a look here, and as we rewind a little bit here, it looks like he gets very, very loose as he's going through the corner here. And we'll kind of track him as he goes through the corner. He cuts down, and Andrew Kurtz is down on the apron. And as Cody Bame is getting loose, he's trying to save it, and Andrew Kurtz just taps him. And I believe that is what finishes him off there.
Yeah, there definitely was contact, but it was already in a bad situation before that happened. So
yeah, absolutely is. Can't really fault the 18 car there, as they were battling hard up there, and Cody once again got really loose coming up out of the corner, and sometimes you just cannot get checked up in time. Plus, when that car is that out of control coming out of the corner, just the slightest touch sends him around. So we are coming up on 41 laps complete of our scheduled 75 here tonight, and the Rebels Birthday Bash 75. Watching us here on the Goat Locker Broadcasting Network. I think that's the thing now, right, Jamie? That's what we're calling it?
absolutely.
I like it. And, you know, in the Magic Manzo Street Stock Series, we've had a fair share of cautions here this evening. I want to say that was the longest green flag run we'd seen all night.
It was. It was, and look at the great racing we got to watch up front. That was pretty cool. Those guys are really going at it. And now we've got a bunch of new faces up at the front behind Josh and Jet. Kyle Roberts has made his way up there. Garrett Kinder, even though he started on a pole, he did start with an EOL, so he's worked his way through the field. And a nice recovery by Colton Lanford. He's got that car up to 5th right now. So where you at, Lanford Nation?
Yeah, a couple nice recoveries here too, as Dave Jones has now moved his car up into 6th position. Sam Wettstein still holding on too. We saw him get real loose and kind of get collected up, but he has brought his car back up into 7th position. One of the biggest movers of the night thus far is going to be Matt Knight. He's in that number 8. He is up 9 spots to 8th position right now. As we take a look back at 9th position, and the Hitman back there in the 44, up 3 spots from where he had started. Rounding out our top 10 right now is going to be the number 9 of Mike Faith. And saw him go around, and boy, that number 9 car has seen better days for sure. As it's wrinkled up in a few spots, but he's still out there wheeling it. As we got the cars lined up 2 by 2 right now, getting ready to take the green flag one more time here this evening. Tyler Rice is getting some blinks there on the outside, so hopefully. And again, the Jet gets a great restart. And then if that pace car pulls off, he is mashing the gas. So, put a couple new faces up here, so hopefully they'll kind of pick up on that a little bit, but he gets away. So it looks like Dave Jones gets a little bit loose back there, and now Sam Wettstein is trying to get underneath him. So still some great racing back through the field. Oh my goodness. I don't know how we keep getting 3 wide, Jamie.
I don't know either because this track doesn't look to be that wide
No, I mean,
uh,
I look
to
at cars.
encourage that.
Yep, and we got another big wreck on the backstretch. 68 car was down on the apron, and just an absolute mess here in the back. We'll go back and take a look at it one more time here. So we're going to see the 68 car down on the apron. They go 3 wide into the corner. The 04, 18, 68 all come together, and Cody Payne was able to get around them, but another 3 wide situation on a short track brings out the caution.
Mm. Kind of starting to feel like Mike Joy and that's just Cody Ware.
Yeah, sure is. Man, a lot of these 2 and 3 lap sprints, Jamie. I mean, it's been some exciting racing for sure, but not really sure what's going on. In the the back part of the field here, is we continue to see guys down on the apron. We continue to see them, going 3 wide, and that's just not smart racing decisions.
Not at all. And you're just not learning anything from it. Not trying to knock anybody, but fact of the matter is, if you're not the 17, 13, 6, 25, if you're not up front right now, you're probably not going to win this race. You probably weren't going to win it from the beginning. And I'm not trying to knock anybody, but I mean, this is supposed to be, learning, and you're not learning anything if you're constantly wrecking. So turn some laps. That's how you learn, is getting the seat time and turning laps, and you'll figure it out. But pushing the issue is just creating these problems, and it's really taken away from what could be a great race.
Yeah, because I mean, it really does. For our first trip here to New Smyrna, it looks like a fun little track. I like the half-mile configuration on it. I like the limited, I will say limited banking in the corners. It's not a high banked. It's got enough to kind of keep that car planted and rolling through the corners. And it looks like it would be a lot of fun here. And from some of the racing we've seen up front, I mean, some great side-by-side racing here on a short track.
Yeah. And there's multiple grooves. Obviously, both lanes, the low lane and the middle, is working. Guys are just as fast in either one, so it's you can definitely pass. Passing's not an issue. So set passes up. Quit trying to force the issue and shoving the car in where it's not going to work.
All right, as we're going to wind this up one more time, the pace car takes that hard left, and the jet is gone one more time. And that is going to leave Garrett Kinder and Kyle Roberts battling it out for second place. And Kyle Roberts powers that car up, sends it down into the one, and it falls into second place.
Yeah, Kyle Roberts is really having a strong run.
Dave Jones down to the we both did it. As we saw him, as we saw him getting sideways, looked like he was trying to correct it, and we both knew he was going to collect up a few cars when he did. So we'll go back and take a look here one more time, as we'll see him coming off the corner. The Hitman comes down just a bit off of the wall, gets into the left front of Dave Jones, and Dave Jones gets that right rear into the grass and starts to bring that car around, and we're going to see the mayhem ensue as Cody Bam takes some front end damage. The 18 just absolutely gets clobbered, and a couple other cars get together here in the back. Oh, just tough racing here tonight, Jamie. As we kind of take a look from our blimp view here this evening, we can see, again, as we were talking about the track here, there's actually quite a lot of room here at this track. You can see it's four lanes wide. That doesn't mean you should take it 3 and 4 wide, but there's a lot of racing room here having this race at night and the temperatures as cool as they are, I got to imagine there's got to be some grip in this track.
Yeah, but I mean, as we've seen, some guys, Cody Bame, as fast as he's been, he has had a lot of trouble on that lower line, especially getting off the corners. The car's been breaking loose on him. Now, that's obviously probably a product of how he's driving it, because we've seen Josh the Jet be, he can put the car wherever he wants to, and he doesn't seem to be having those issues. So, yeah, there's grip out there, but there are still some issues you got to be careful with.
As we go back and take a look here, a couple different cars we haven't had a chance to call out here this evening. Gene Watkinson, in that 111, up 3 spots from where he had started. He's kind of had an up and down night, as we can see the front end of his car kind of hanging off there a little bit. It almost looks like he's got a little bit of left front suspension damage. As that left front's traveling a little bit more than I think it should at this point in time. But he is toughing it out, seeing what he could do here this evening. A couple of our front runners early of Cody Bame and Andrew Kurtz are way back in the field. Just once they got involved up front there, they've been caught up in a lot of the mayhem out back, and they find themselves in 14th and 15th positions right now. So some tough sledding here this evening. But as we head back up front, Colton Lanford has worked his way up to the 4th position. So we've got 20 laps left to go here to settle this thing out.
Nice car is off. 17 gets a big jump, but Kyle Roberts stays right with him with Garrett Kinder to the inside. We are 2x2, 2 lanes, actually 3 lanes back.
Oh man, you can definitely tell on that lower line it is hard to get if you don't have the entire track to be able to move. Oh, Colton Lanford gets loose and saves it.
He saves it. Tyler Rice cut him some slack and didn't make it worse for him.
Great
right
save.
there is the kind of stuff we've been talking about. Good move by Tyler Rice. It looks like somebody's in some trouble on that back stretch.
As Mike Vaith has crashed, we'll go back and take a look at what happened with him. We're going to see him up on the outside. A few cars back here, 18 and 6. Oh, and the 9 gets a little bit loose, and Cody Bame finishes him off. As he was coming back down the track, Cody was right there, and nothing Cody could do as they get together. So if you were going to sing a happy birthday song, Jamie, would you sing it to the Rebels League, or would you personally address it to Matt Geiss?
I think it would need to be to the whole league.
Would you like,
not that I don't like Matt Geiss. He's a good dude, but I mean, it is, Matt's the brainchild behind this, but there's a lot of guys that do an awful lot of work for this league, in addition to him, that probably do even more than what Matt does for the league. So it needs to go to the whole league, not just Matt. Garrett Kinder, Joaquin Meza, Hitman, and Magic Mike. I mean, these guys, they put their heart and soul into this Original Rebels Racing League. So it's definitely not a one-man show, even though Matt is the founder and makes it go. But
yeah, well, I would agree. And Logan Sturgeon from the Xfinity Series, and I believe Jason Warren helps him out with the Xfinity Series as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of guys, and I think William Griffith runs the Saturday Night Cup Series, doesn't he?
I'm not sure.
So you're right. I mean, there are a lot of guys.
Yeah, Brandon Wallace. I mean, there's
nobody cares
more
about
guys
that guy.
than we could more guys than we could even mention. But yes, as Brandon Wallace says, Matt Geiss is the Pope Matthew. So yeah.
Well, we'll see how this race ends up finishing up here, but I don't know, Jamie. I mean, we're only going to have 12 laps left to go when they take the green flag here, so I'm not real hopeful that they're going to finish it out, the whole way under green. But Man, I'd like to see 5 laps in a row. Can we get 5 laps in a row, guys?
Well, if they can only do 5, then let's get another caution here so we can finish it in their last 5. But we appreciate Brandon. Brandon says that we're a great addition to the league as well.
Aw.
Sometimes.
Oh, see, there it is. It had to be somewhere. Had to be somewhere. All righties, lights are on. Yep, and we're getting ready to get this thing back underway. Settle this thing out. Come on, guys, let's get it under green. And the Jet gets a great start one more time. Colin Roberts down to his side. Garrett Kinder, the outside. Colt Lanford hanging tight on the outside as well. Oh, my goodness, is 35 and 13. Definitely touched doors there, but
yeah, they were
leaning
on each other.
Oh, boy, Kyle Roberts sends it down in there. I love it.
And Colt Lanford trying to decide which lane he's going to go with here. Right now, he's looking like he's going to stick with Kyle Roberts on the inside, and Garrett Kinder gets sent up to the outside, and they're spinning back behind him.
Oh, he got body slammed going into the corner there a little bit, but great piece of driving there by Garrett Kinder to keep that car straight and underway. But Kyle Roberts definitely doored him there a little bit. But great racing. It looks like Ray Page has crashed. Go back and take a look at the 41 car. I don't think we've called his number yet this evening, so. As the 18 gets into the back of him, turns him around, and we are back under caution here.
Thank you, Charles. We're glad to be here. We really enjoy the time we spend with the original Rebels, and so do appreciate that. Charles says we're great for the league.
Oh, is that Charles Stevens Jr.?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My man. Good to have him in the stream as always, man. Always love racing with him as well. Love racing with all these guys except for Brandon Wallace. That guy's a jackass. But you know, that happens. Sorry, family show. That's on me. But we do. We have an absolute blast. A lot of great guys out here. Always have a lot of fun with it. Glad to be a part of the birthday bash this week. Again, happy birthday to everybody in the original Rebels Racing League. And as Jamie was talking about quite a lot there, it takes a lot of people to make these things happen. And it takes a lot of people that genuinely care about it, want to put their time, money, and effort into it to make this thing go around. And all the series that run within the original Rebels and all the sister leagues as well. Us over at Goat Locker being one of those. It has been awesome to be a part of, for sure. You know, Jamie, I don't know honestly why I pick on Brandon. I think if anybody just showed up regularly, I'd pick on them. So it just gives me something to do, I guess. It's not personal, Brandon. It's just, it's for entertainment value.
So Kai Shappert wanted to throw his 2 cents in over on YouTube and said Colton Landford is a scrub. He did throw in a love you kid, but so I had to reply to him and say, well, scrub, it is Landford.
Shots fired. Nice one, Kai. Love it.
Kai, don't you have some highlight things to be editing?
He's been busy doing all the highlights and some of the other things he's doing within the league, but a lot of great stuff that he's been putting together as well. So again, it takes a whole lot of people to make this thing go and make it as cool as it is. So, but hey, I also could appreciate some good verbal jousting there.
Yeah, and Kai does a great job with those highlights, and when I post those highlights on our pages, they get more reactions than our own stuff does. So, good job, Kai. Keep up the work, man.
As we are back under green, the Jet gets a great restart here, and so does Colton Lanford. Oh man, he scoots up in front of Kyle Roberts there. He's going to be thanking his lucky stars that Kyle Roberts didn't finish him off there, but Colton Lanford is going for it right now, Jamie.
I know. Oh, there's a yellow. So this race is going to end under a green-white checkered. Kind of curious where Lanford Nation is at. They're being awfully quiet.
Tyler Rice looks to be the one that crashed here at the back of the pack, and well, mid-pack. Oh my goodness, they come off the corner 3 wide again. The Hitman and Garrett Kinder were already 2 wide, and Tyler Rice is the sandwich to the outside, and cars get tangled up. So another 3 wide situation here brings us back under caution.
And Kai has also shared that at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the special birthday bash video will be posted in Discord. So we will be sharing that on our Goat Locker socials as well as soon as we see that put up by Kai.
I'm not watching that unless Matt Geis comes out of a cake. That's the only way I'm watching that. That's the only way you should kick off the original Rebels birthday bash. Matt Geis popping out of a cake. I think that's beautiful. Somebody make that happen. I'm sure Kai, with all his video editing greatness, can. I mean, he could probably put something together to make it look like Matt's coming out of a cake or something.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Back to the drawing board, Kai.
Chop, chop. You ain't got much time either.
I don't know if that was just on my end or if that was across the board, but everything was just glitching out.
I think everything has stayed pretty clean here.
It must have been on my end. Okay, good.
Yeah, this is definitely going to enter under green, white, checkered. And not sure how many attempts they have. Do they have 2, I believe?
Yes. No, they have 3.
3, okay.
So.
Well, I tell you what, I'm seeing it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say, I know we're supposed to remain in and all that, but there's no secret here. I'm pulling for the 25 right here. Not that I've got anything against Josh Oswald. He's a great guy, but I want to be there when Colton wins his first race, because the way that kid acted over 3rd place, I can't imagine what he's going to be like if he actually wins. In fact, we might have to call in some medical assistance for him. Because he couldn't feel his hands after finishing 3rd. I don't know what he's going to be feeling if he actually wins.
Well, I've definitely. You can see the fire underneath the hood of that car right now. I mean, that kid wants to get up there, and he definitely wants to win. You know, we saw it there on the restart. And, I mean, he chanced it. He kind of cut the nose of Kyle Roberts off, and Kyle cut him a little bit of slack there. And then Colton was doing full send. I mean, he is going to give it everything he's got to win this race tonight. And we are back under green, and Josh Oswald gets a great restart. 35 and 25 are going to be side by side for the 2nd place here. So we're going to see what Colton Lanford could do up on the outside here. Gosh, he blinks every now and again. It kind of messes with things. We're trying to watch him.
And they're racking in the back. Going to be another attempt here.
Back under caution one more time. Go back and take a look here. See the Hitman already wrecked down on the inside. So Hitman's definitely had a tough race here tonight. Oh. Garrett Kinder coming up to say hi to Kyle Roberts there. And I tell you, Jamie, I think that, and I'm with you. I mean, I guess by some sort of broadcasting code that, I mean, we don't abide by anyway, that we're supposed to be impartial and non-biased, but I'm pulling for the kid too. I'd like to see that 25 car get a win here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's our broadcast. We don't work for Fox or NBC. We can do what we want to do.
That's right. It's
Kinda
our
like,
broadcast.
It's like the wedding singer. I got a mic and you don't, so you're going to listen to every damn word I have to say.
Oh, no truer words have ever been spoken. Or you can just tune out, I guess. You know, you can shut down the stream on Twitch or wherever you're watching at this. But please don't.
Well, that's an option. I mean, that is an option, but you're going to miss this great finish if you do. So
that's right. And
you know, Life's about choices. Make your choice.
Well, again, there have been a lot of fireworks here this evening in the Birthday Bash 75 here in the Magic Manzo Street Stock Series. Been some good racing from time to time, uh, but definitely a lot of cautions here tonight. But we've seen some guys that have been able to work their way up through the field, some that have fallen back through. Good to see some of these guys up front. Again, we've talked about him quite frequently here, but Colton Lanford up in second spot. Kyle Roberts having himself a solid night. Been a top 3 car, since about midway through this race. Sam Wetstein has been able to move himself back up into 4th position. We kind of saw there a little bit with Garrett Kinder, but he's back to 4th. Cody Boehm has now moved himself up into 6th position. And no matter how many times you kick him, Dave Jones just keeps coming back. He's worked his way up to 7th position. I mean, he's been drop kicked. I can't count how many times.
He's like a cat with 9 lives. He just keeps coming back.
He does.
I mean,
that car could be tore up and everything else and sideways and bouncing off a wall, and we're like, all right. And the next thing I know, he's back up in the top 10 again. We'll keep our eye up front as this is gonna be another attempt at a green-white checkered here. Josh the Jet Oswald's gonna have full control over this race, and we'll watch and see if Colton Lanford can get up there and get himself a win tonight. Boy, just isn't able to hang on that right corner.
Oh, he does. And
he sends
he's
it.
gonna get that run off the outside.
Come on. Oh, he could not keep that car powered up.
On him.
He just could not get it powered up. He's going to send it down in there again. He is wheeling the snot out of that car. Final lap here.
That's white flag. It's going to hit it.
Oh, no. He puts it down on the apron. How does he save that car?
I don't know, but he did a good job, but it cost Kyle Roberts. Here we go. Final corners.
Oh,
Lanford sends it in.
He sends
Garrett Kinder wrecks. Colt Lanford gets loose.
Brings it home in 2nd position. And boy, that kid gave it everything.
He sure did.
Congratulations to our race winner, Josh Jet Oswald, here this evening. We'll go ahead and put that out there. But, Colton Lanford sent it.
He did. He sure did. He gave it everything he had. Josh Jet knew that he was in a battle there. He didn't just walk away with this thing. I know Brandon Wallace had pointed out earlier that Josh had led from start to finish, and then he wonders why we don't let him run full time. But, he had a lot of contenders tonight between Cody Boehm and, Colt Lanford, and even, why am I losing names here? Kyle Roberts, unfortunately, ended a lap down. But, I mean, there was a lot of threats to Josh tonight. He didn't just easily walk away with this. And had we had some more green flag laps, who knows? We might have seen a different outcome. But good race. I mean, when they could race, it was a great race. It really was. It shows the potential what this track really could provide.
Yeah, man, and got to give it to the kid. Boy, I don't know how he saved that car, but he went full send. He was going to go for it and leave everything on the track. All right, let's go grab our race winner, Josh Jet Oswald. Talk to him. Hey, Josh, Pat and Jamie up the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you guys. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, and you probably didn't realize this, but the guy that won the race actually has to sing happy birthday to the original Rebels. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and start.
Y'all don't want me to do that.
I didn't make the rules, man. I'm just relaying.
Oh, you're relaying the message.
Hey, can't shoot the messenger, but no, man. Congratulations on the win here tonight, man. Tough race. I mean, there are a lot of cautions, a lot of little short runs there, and you were challenged by quite a few different drivers. And I tell you, Colton Lanford at the end, I mean, he was doing full send to try to win tonight. So tell me how you brought this number 17 car home with the win here tonight.
Just really being able to control all the starts and the restarts. It really worked to my advantage. This is the first time I raced a street stock in New Smyrna. I ran much the tour type modifieds here and SK modifieds, but never the street stock. Phil asked me to race tonight just to celebrate the Rebels 1 year anniversary and 1 year birthday. So I figured, we all hop on in, have a good time, just basically try and control. They said control the restarts and guard whatever line. They said, yeah, I saw Colton in my mirror. He was throwing it hard into the corner on the bottom, and need to protect it. It was good fun racing though. I had a blast racing up front with everybody.
Hey, Josh, congratulations on the win, man. Great race, start to finish. Give us an idea, because this is my first time being at this new Smyrna racetrack. Can you compare this to something maybe more familiar?
I mean, my best comparison would be probably Thompson, but this track is nowhere near as highline dominant as Thompson is. You can kind of multi-groove. You can run the bottom. My personal favorite line most of the night was just half a groove up. It seemed to carry a little more speed off the corner because you would get really loose off the bottom. Spun out quite a bit in practice doing that, but probably like as far as track shape and banking, my guess I would go with Thompson.
I got you. And yeah, we definitely saw the potential there for the door-to-door racing. We saw when you guys were able to get some green flag racing in. We saw you and Cody Boehm going door-to-door. We saw Garrett Kinder and Kyle Roberts door-to-door racing each other hard. So obviously, this track can provide for some good racing when we allow it to. So again, congratulations on the win. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Magic Mike and Phil for putting on the Street Stock series. I've always had fun with it, being the first champion and coming back and racing with some of the newer guys that are in here. I mean, it's improving. Even though you're getting some yellows, we've also given the guys some newer tracks this year that they haven't really seen before, so it could be an adjustment. But overall, like, a lot of the guys have improved from the beginning of the Street Stocks last year to now. There's a lot more guys that are capable of taking a win any week and being up there in that top 5. And big frig coolers, and thank you guys for taking care of the broadcast. Like I said, it was about time the Street Stocks got some airtime and some recognition. I'm really happy for that, and all my friends and family to watch at home.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on a great win here tonight, man. And I hear there's birthday cake somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but if you find it, man, let us know.
I'll find it. You can't tease a fat guy with cake and not produce.
All right, Josh, man. Another great win, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. He didn't fall for it, Jamie. I was trying to get him to sing happy birthday. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to this, huh? All right. So let's grab old Colton Lanford and see how his night went. And I'm trying to find Colton Lanford. Oh, he's sitting in the waiting room. He actually did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah. Man. Somebody follows direction.
That's crazy. Colton, Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Holy smokes, man. You made those last couple laps exciting as all get out. And really, me and Jamie were talking about it before that. We saw you come up through the field really with a lot of fire under that engine, and it looked like you were going to leave everything on the track, and you sure did. So great race tonight. Congratulations on the second place finish. Take me through your race here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. Great racing from everybody tonight. It was a blast, especially having veterans on our track tonight. These guys are fast. I mean, especially Josh Oswald, Kinder, like all of them. And no, it was a little rocky for me in the beginning. I accidentally got into my buddy Davy Jones, not even getting past turn 4, and then I got collected again the next caution. But got a quick repair and just basically raced the wheels off my car tonight, and I think that drift really might have dislodged about all of them. And then on that last lap going into 1 and coming out of 2. But no, it was a great race tonight. Congrats to Josh Oswald. I even told him, man, if I get the chance to pass you, I'm gonna try and go for it. I'm not gonna try and touch you because I don't like racing dirty. I like to keep it clean so everybody actually has a fair chance to finish the race. And I was so close. I was just about to tell him heading into 3. Hey, I'm I'm on your inside. Next thing I know, I'm getting doored, and so I'm going through the grass and basically Lightning McQueened it back onto the track. And no, it was a blast though. I definitely enjoyed racing with everybody like I always do. Just a great way to spend my my Monday night.
Colton, congratulations on a second place finish, man. You're getting closer to that win. Thought we were going to see it tonight. Came out just a little bit short. So Lanford Nation wants to know, what body part can you not feel tonight?
Actually, I feel perfectly fine. I actually found out what the problem was that one race. My force feedback was way too high. So, I mean, if we could say anything, I guess my heart, because that thing was beating like 1,000 miles per hour, especially on that last run. But no, it was a great job tonight. But I truly appreciate Lanford Nation. You guys are always there for me. I definitely wouldn't have as much fun trying to win if I didn't have everybody in Lanford Nation to cheer me on from their homes. So thank you.
All right, man. Again, congratulations on a strong run tonight. I mean, we've seen you go from the back to the front before. I was a little worried when you got into the second incident tonight that if you were going to be able to pull that off again, but you pulled it out one more time. So anybody you need to thank, shout out, sponsors?
Oh, absolutely. I always have to thank, Magic Mike Motorsports, Phil the Hitman, Motorsports, and all of them. It's just, I mean, I always have to thank Goat Locker. You guys are awesome. Truly, like I always say, everybody loves your broadcasts. You guys always keep it entertaining. And having you guys cheer me on throughout the race is always nice too. but no, we also have oh man, Shappy Edits. We gotta always thank Shappy Edits. Smeel Racing Designs for giving everybody their paint schemes except for me. I make my own, and I always have to thank JBR Motorsports for bringing me on. Every podium, I'm always happy to have that JBR logo on my cars. So hopefully, going 4 out of 6 on podiums this season so far, and I'm truly happy about it.
Well, man, congratulations, man. Yeah, we always got to pull for the underdog. You're knocking on the door, man. And to finish second to Josh the Jet Oswald is a hell of an achievement. So get out there and celebrate tonight. Again, as I've been telling everybody, I think there's some birthday cake somewhere as the Rebels are celebrating their first birthday. So get out there and celebrate, man. Great race tonight. Looking forward to talking to you again soon.
Yes, sir. See you guys tomorrow night. I'm trying to win that hat.
All right, man, go get it.
Good deal. Be good to see you. Yeah, see, got Colton out there tomorrow. It looks like our third place finisher is going to be Chud Bassett here this evening. I am looking. I'm looking. I'm still looking. And I'm not finding. Chud Bassett to the principal's office, please. I don't think it's working, Jamie.
Come on, guys.
I think he disappeared on us. Don't think he wants to talk to us. That's okay. Well, I mean, a great race for him this evening. We saw him get involved in a couple incidents there early. Definitely, sent it 3 wide a couple different times, but was able to bring that 04 car back up front and finish in third place. A lot of mayhem there at the end, but brings home that podium finish here tonight. So congratulations to him and that 04 team. There we go. Easiest interview ever, Jamie.
There you go.
That's right.
And he wants to thank us and, how wonderful we are up here in the booth. And, that's about it. That's all he really, that's all he really wanted to say. So.
Well, good deal. As we look at our finishing order here this evening, I mean, again, we had a lot of comers and goers, a lot of mayhem there that ended this race. But again, congratulations to Josh Oswald on winning tonight's race. Colton Lanford, I mean, he's knocking on the door. He is going to win himself a race here shortly. Judd Bassett, Dave Jones, again, ends up finishing fourth, Jamie. I mean, that guy got knocked around all over the place.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy that he still had a car that was even intact enough to be on the racetrack, let alone finish fourth. Great run for Dave Jones in that 10 car.
You know, Cody Bame, the same way. He was up front and then back to the back and involved in a couple accidents. Brings that car home in fifth position. Andrew Kurtz in a great race as well. Ray Page, didn't talk about him a whole lot tonight, but comes home in sixth position. Tyler Rice back there in 10th. The Hitman brings it home in 11th. Keith Lichtenwalder in that 68 comes home in 13th. Garrett Kinder ends up a lap down, but him and Kyle Roberts really got tangled up there at the end as they were racing. So a lot of really great racing here this evening. New track for us. You know what? I'd be interested in actually running this track sometime. I mean, it looked like a lot of fun, Jamie.
Yeah, it did. It really did. And, I mean, it's a fun track, it looks like. Didn't really look like it was too difficult, but these street stocks can make easy tracks very difficult with just with the way they are. And it kind of leads back to the point about forcing issues, going 3 wide with these street stock cars. You may get away with this with another type car, but with the way the suspension is on these street stocks, it's not going to work. So hopefully this was a learning experience, and if we came back again, hopefully we'd see a completely different race. More green flag racing and more door-to-door action like we saw a little bit of. And when we saw it, it was outstanding. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to. I tell you, I'll have to keep an eye out for some of the series that run here at this track because I'm now interested in running it. But again, for everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Broadcasting Network, we really, really appreciate it. A lot of great interaction with our crowd here this evening. And, well, Jamie, I guess I got to sing happy birthday because nobody else is going to do it. So,
You're a brave man.
well, hey, somebody's got to do it. The Jet chickened out on me. He's actually up in the booth right now with his buke mite. And I'm gonna catch hell for what I just said, but I'm gonna roll with it. So, without further ado, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Original Rebels. Happy first birthday to you. We should
I say
definitely.
that was good. That was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Good
I,
job.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or whatever it is, but we're definitely going to end the broadcast on that. So, from all of us here at Goat Locker Racing, we truly appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you again tomorrow when we have our race for the hat. So please tune in tomorrow. One lucky viewer on Twitch will win a hat, and of course our race tomorrow night at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Winner of that race gets one of our hats and some other cool prize packs too. We've got a T-shirt coming from VG Designs, and we've got some other cool things in the works. So thanks again for tuning in, and we will see everybody tomorrow night.